I was actually quite intrigued by the teaser. It seemed like a happy-go-lucky romantic rom-com kind of a movie. Everywhere he goes, everybody praises Dada Bhai and for all the work he does. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dramalogue. This is Sunny from Dramalogue, and today I'm alone. We're doing an experiment today, and Sana is busy at work, and others are also busy and in their own endeavors. So I thought, let's just meet, just you and me. Today I'm gonna talk about something quite different. And instead of talking about Pakistani dramas, the idea today is to talk about two new Hindi movies that I recently watched and quite liked, and I thought I would recommend them to you for some casual watch. So the first one is a show that actually a movie that was released, I think, in a few months back in Amazon Prime. It's called Bhool Chuk Maaf, and this has a good star cast. It has Rajkumar Rao, which is one of my favorite actors. And with him, we have Vamika Gabi. I think she's a newcomer, fairly newcomer. And then a very good supporting cast with veteran actors like Raghuveer Yadav. We have Ishtiaq Khan, Sanjay Mishra. So it's a very good star cast. The director is Karan Sharma. I haven't seen any of his past work. This was my first time, and I was actually quite intrigued by the teaser. It seemed like a happy-go-lucky romantic rom-com kind of a movie. So I thought I was looking for something like a light watch, and this movie delivered. So it's a fairly small, short movie, and it revolves around a small town boy from Varanasi called Ranjan, and his mom has a pickle business. So he's well to do, but he's not like he doesn't want to work or anything. But he's in love with this girl. Her name is Titli, and her father has this condition that you have to have a government job before you can marry my daughter. So that was only condition he's put forward. And we all know how hard it is to get a government job. So when he went with regular channels, he was very unsuccessful. And so this has been going on for a while. And Titli, they've tried different ways to get married, but it hasn't worked out. So there was a final warning from Titli's dad that if you don't get a government job in a few months, then Titli will be married off to somebody else. So desperate times means desperate measures. So they finally find this guy who's willing to help them, but it involves some dishonest means and a lot of money. So somehow they arrange for the money and goes forward with that dishonest procedure of getting a government job, and he is successful. So he has a government job now, and his alliance is all arranged. They're very happy. He's really about to get married, but to get the job, before he got the job, he made a promise to God that he's gonna do a good deed. That was the only promise he made to God. So when they were about to get married, the marriage festivities started, and he found that he is stuck in a time loop. Every single day he wakes up, somehow he is always at the haldi ceremony, and it never goes forward to the next day or the next day, at the actual day of wedding. So for days together, he's always waking up and starting again with the haldi ceremony. So at this point, he's very frustrated, and he's like trying to find the answer to it. And the answer finally comes to him that he has to do a good deed, which meant that he had to make an ultimate sacrifice. And and that eventually got him out of the time loop, and he was able to marry his love. Now that's the gist of the story, and but it's such a wonderfully directed and well scripted film that I enjoyed every minute of it. There were so many hilarious moments. It was very realistically set up, and the dialogues are very relatable. The characters are so relatable and so funny. um, and Rajkumar Rao, he is such an excellent actor. Like the less we say about him, we don't know what how much we can appreciate him. He's so natural, and he as Ranjan that you feel for him throughout the entire movie. And he's well supported by the supporting cast as well as got a good chemistry with his female lead as well. So if you're looking for something very light-hearted and feel good kind of a movie with a message and a very relevant message, then this is the movie for you. The con, I couldn't find many, but I think the pacing is a little slow. There were a lot of unnecessary scenes, and the songs seemed kind of forced in. They're not too bad, but then they seemed like forced into the narrative, and just to be a make it a full blown entertainer. But nonetheless, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie, and I would strongly recommend that you go and watch it too. So it's available on Amazon Prime, and I hope you like it as well. Okay, so that was the first one. The second one is a little serious. This one is called Raid 2, and it's available on Netflix right now. I think it was just released on Netflix. I watched it yesterday, and the reason I watched it because I'd seen the prequel. So Raid was a prequel to Raid 2, and it was a very good movie, and it was based on real story. I was a little disappointed to learn that Raid 2 is not based on a real story, but it's been inspired from what we regularly see around us. So nonetheless, I was interested, and I have seen the works of the director. His name is Rajkumar Gupta. He's got some really good films under his belt. For example, I loved his Nobody Killed Jessica. This came up long ago, but I loved that show. So he often makes movies based on real incidents, and Raid 2 was a little departure from that, but nonetheless, it's a very relevant story in today's days of corruptions and illegal activities by the politicians. So Raid 2 has a good star cast. It has Ajay Devgan and Ritesh Deshmukh. And I actually want to mention one of the supporting star cast, his name is Amit Sial, and he plays the role of a corrupt IRS officer called Lalan in the story, and he is simply excellent. Okay, so overall, just to give you a little bit of background, Raid is the story of an IRS, a very honest IRS officer with a stellar track record, and his name is Amay Patnaik. And he's so honest that he has made 75 raids and all successful one in his career. And he's very honest, so that's why he gets transferred to different places. So this time also he's getting transferred to a new location called Bhoj, and Bhoj I think is in Rajasthan. And so he comes to this place and he meets the local, political leader. His name is Dada Bhai, and this is played by Ritesh Deshmukh. And Dada Bhai is a young political leader. He's a cabinet minister as well, and is well loved by his constituency. Everywhere he goes, everybody praises Dada Bhai and for all the work he does. We see Dada Bhai as this very, very honest politician who genuinely helps people in his constituents. He's opened a lot of schools and colleges, and he's got some philanthropic foundations as well. And one of the key aspect of his character is that he loves and adores his mother. Every morning in his temple, he starts his day by worshipping his mother, and then he proceeds to the rest of the activities of the day. So when we are first introduced to Dada Bhai, we're seeing this very honest and very genuinely people's guy, as a people's leader. And even Amay Patnaik, when he is transferred to Bhoj, he's also very impressed by Dada Bhai. But something did not fit, right? So he starts digging into the matters, and he discovers some really dark secrets involving Dada Bhai. So I will not give out the story. I would love you to go out and watch it, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it as much as I did. There's some really excellent twists and turns and plot twists and turns in the story that I loved. And the performances of Ritesh Deshmukh is also excellent. He gives you some chilling, he chills your bones at times when he is, playing the villain. But nonetheless, Ajay Devgan is pretty much the same, and very effective. But he's pretty much the same. He gets the work done, and the script is really good. There's a little bit of a flaw, I would say, that there is a four. I mean, I thought it was an unnecessary extension of the plot about women exploitation. The plot would have been equally good about without that aspect of it. But for some reason, the director thought it is relevant to show how the politicians exploit women as well. And they put up a farce with their or they are genuinely or they genuinely adore the mother or the women in their family, but when it comes to women outside their family, they are mistreated and exploited by the same person, or people of power. So maybe that's what they wanted to show, and that's why they included that plot. But for me, it looked like a little bit unnecessary. But nonetheless, it's a great watch. And if you have time in the night and you want to see a thriller, an intelligent thriller, then this is one of it. I wouldn't. It I didn't like it as much as I liked his other movies, especially Raid, the first original version. This is not as good as Raid, but nonetheless, in recent times, Bollywood hasn't delivered many good stories. So this one is a good one, and really good to see when in today's days and times when corrupt politicians are getting exposed and how they're evading IRS taxes and how they're storing their wealth all across the country. If you're interested in stories like that, then this is a must watch for you. So that is my wrap. This is my review of the two not Hollywood, sorry, Bollywood movies or Hindi movies. If you like the review, please let me know, leave your comments, and let us know if you would like to hear more about movie reviews. Thank you so much. I'll see you again.